Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt.
To live a healthy lifestyle, particularly one where cardiovascular exercise and resistance training are involved, you must feed the muscle with plenty of protein if you want to build and maintain your muscle mass. The recommended daily allowance, or the RDA, of 0.8 grams per kilogram per day is a standard set by the government's health experts. This is a highly generalized number on purpose because it's supposed to be applicable to 97% of the healthy population in the country. If you have some kind of a medical condition, then your recommended protein intake is going to be a little different, and you and your doctor should have already talked about that. Welcome to the Workout Nerd Out. I'm Julio Lopez. I've got my master's degree in nutrition, as well as being a certified strength and conditioning specialist and a certified personal trainer with over 8 years of experience in personal training. Whenever I see some of these young fitness influencers on social media talking about increasing protein intake as if it's the easiest thing in the world, it reminds me of the Montgomery Gentry classic, Back When I Knew It All, because I was exactly the same way when I was in my early 20s. Nevertheless, these influencers are right about increasing your protein intake as an important piece of living a healthy lifestyle. But how much protein you need individually depends on your current health and fitness goals. Here are a couple tips for you to be able to increase some of your protein intake. The first, breakfast. When I was growing up, teachers would always tell us breakfast is the most important meal of the day. In all likelihood, many of these teachers just didn't want to deal with students that are distracted by hunger, which is understandable. Interestingly, recent research indicates that some people are capable of operating perfectly fine without having to eat breakfast. But if increasing muscle is the goal, it'd help to at least get in a protein shake in the morning. In fact, one of my clients said that she was one of those that never ate breakfast. But since she wanted to gain some muscle, I suggested at least get a half scoop of protein before she left for work. After a couple months, she said that she was starting to feel her jeans feeling a little tighter around the legs, specifically on the glutes, and more muscle definition as well. All this while her weight was hovering around the same range, meaning, in all likelihood, she is gaining more muscle mass. If you're like me and you love breakfast, then you're going to love hearing this. We already know that eggs are an amazing source of protein, but what makes them so great is not just the amount of protein. Instead, it's the protein quality. Protein quality is measured by the PDCAAS, the Protein Digestibility Corrected Amino Acid Score, which has a range of 0 to 1. And the closer it is to 1, the higher the quality of the protein, because that means it's remarkably close in its amino acid content to that of human protein, thus making muscle protein synthesis more efficient. The PDCAAS for egg whites is a perfect 1.0. which is why egg whites are considered a perfect protein. In comparison, the PDCAAS scores for tuna is 0.82 and for milk 0.91. A quick way for you to get your protein from eggs and an easy way that you can take with you is with hard-boiled eggs. The great thing about them is that the cleanup is a lot easier than if you're eating like scrambled eggs. The second thing, meal prep. I say it all the time. By investing in your free time, like in your weekends, to meal prep for the upcoming week, you're saving yourself hours each month that would have otherwise been spent waiting at the cafeteria or the restaurant or the counter or even if at the drive-thru, because all you have to do with meal prep is just pop it in the microwave. For the total newbies to the fitness journey, what I meant by meal prep is planning and preparing and portioning your meals to eat for upcoming meals and snacks. The great thing is that this is a much healthier and more personalized alternative to eating out, particularly for my 9-to-5ers that want to start eating more healthy and are more picky about the foods that they eat, because only you know exactly what you like and dislike to eat. Meal preps are a great way to eat healthy meals that are ready for you in a matter of minutes. But that's not it. Not only are you able to pick your own ingredients, such as protein sources or seasonings, but you're also going to save a bundle. Even if you went with the premium protein sources like Angus beef or bison meat, you're still going to spend considerably less if you meal prep for yourself. The third thing, smoothies. Personally, I think Smoothies are the ultimate secret weapon for getting people to consume their leafy greens, specifically those that can't stand eating kale or spinach in its normal state. Investing in a high-power, high-quality blender, such as a Vitamix, it can easily liquefy these leafy greens in a matter of seconds. Also, by adding your favorite protein powder, you won't even be able to taste the greens. Therefore, not only are you getting a quick protein boost, but you're also getting a delicious snack that's loaded with vitamins and minerals that your body needs to be able to operate at its best. The great thing about smoothies is that they allow you to experiment with your culinary skills and even expand your interests. Most of us already know that strawberries and bananas are a really tasty combination. But that doesn't mean that you can't go beyond that. Go to the frozen fruits section in your grocery store and you'll find a huge variety of fruits and vegetables that can easily be used when making smoothies. Granted, they're not all going to be home runs. But just remember the advice that Bruce Wayne's dad gave young Bruce after he fell into the Batcave in Batman Begins. Why do we fall? So we can learn to get back up. So, if one of your combinations isn't that good, try using different fruits and vegetables and protein powder flavors. And eventually, you may be able to discover a delicious recipe that you fall in absolute love with. In conclusion, you don't have to give up on your fitness goals just because you're finding it hard to increase your protein intake. By using these 3 hacks, you can make it a little easier on yourself. So that does it for today's Workout Nerd Out. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you know somebody that can benefit from this information, be sure to share it with them. Thanks, and that does it for today's Workout Nerd Out.